My name is Morano, and I'm the founder and owner of Morano Gelato. I loved Italy so much. I love the food, I love the culture, that I spent as much time as I could there just immersing myself in the culture and the food. I realized not only the passion and dedication that Antonio had for gelato, but his gelato was unlike any other gelato I've ever tried. The following year, I returned to Italy. Antonio offered me a position in his kitchen, and I began working. I had always known that I wanted to open up my own business. I grew up in a family restaurant business. My father was an entrepreneur, and I always knew that I wanted to create something that wasn't there. And for me, gelato was that, because in America, nobody was making traditional gelato, and gelato wasn't widespread as it is now. And so I returned home with nothing in my pockets, because I always spent all my money in Italy, living over there. And I moved back in with my mother, and I started to form a plan for Morano Gelato. In the spring of 2011, I was able to open my own location on Main Street in Hanover. I remember my mother had to jump in, my best friend had to jump in and help scoop, because I didn't anticipate being that busy. One customer said, "Wow, you're making a lot of money today." And I remember I didn't even care. It wasn't even about the money for me. I was just so thrilled to see people enjoying my product, enjoying something that I created. We opened our doors in, I believe it was May of 2011. We did a soft opening. We didn't make any announcement that we were opening, except on Facebook. And we had such a long line outside, constant, that I ended up starting production early morning, and I didn't finish until closing. Because I make the gelato fresh every day, I did not anticipate the crowds that came that first day we were open. I went from just myself making the gelato and serving the gelato to having a staff of 20 to 30, because we were just that busy. We make a Sicilian style gelato, which is lighter than Northern Italian gelato. So for me, it was a no-brainer that I want, as an excellent reputation in the gelato industry. I'm known for making the best machines, and considering that the gelato is water-based, it's really important that the ice crystallization is reduced as much as possible, and Bravo allows this to be the case because of their all stainless steel construction. The blades are all stainless steel. Also, the fact that I was combining American ice cream techniques with Italian gelato making techniques means that I was controlling more every single flavor and every single base being created. So each flavor was being pasteurized in the top chamber, and then internally shot down to the lower chamber to be frozen. Again, this is important because it enabled me to have more control over the gradations of sweetness. For example, pistachio should be less sweet than chocolate. In 2013, after 3 years, I realized that people still weren't doing justice to gelato in America. There are some artisan shops out west, but for the most part, gelato was on the rise, and it wasn't in the good way. And I had created Morano Gelato because I wanted to dedicate myself to the art of gelato making, true gelato making, because to me, gelato is the best frozen dessert. And when I noticed that there was still this void in America, I decided to expand. And since I'm one person, I couldn't do it alone. And so I sold Morano Gelato Hanover in September of 2013 to two couples who shared my passion and vision for Morano Gelato, and were thrilled to take over, and have since done a great job with the Hanover shop. and it has enabled me in 2014 to focus on the expansion going forward. And now we're looking into a location in Boston area of Massachusetts, and from there we'll see how the company evolves.